Hello and welcome to Shoreline Music Monthly. My name is Mark Koschwitz. This is episode 57 of the little show that brings you the best singers and songwriters in our local area. Just like our fancy mug says, your destination for the best in local music. And I was thinking that I have some of these. So if anybody out there would like one, go to our Facebook page or send a message through Facebook and say, I want a mug. Or at our email address at shorelinemusicmonthly@gmail.com. And on New Year's Eve at midnight, we will pick somebody who will get one of these fancy mugs. The other side's really good too. Can you see the other side? Because we have New Year's Eve coming up. As you see, we have our festive decorations, or maybe you can't see them yet. But we are now on actually Election Day, which is another holiday. And the time change just occurred, so bear with me. I think I'm a little off. I apologize. But we do have a spectacular guest for you tonight. I am very happy to be joined in the studio with Rob Ashley. Welcome to the show, Rob.
Thanks for having me.
And he brought along a guitar slinger named, I have it here, I do, Scott Anderson. Sorry about that. I get, it's the cameras and the lights. I freeze up. Well, welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
So you came down, I guess, was it Coventry, Manchester, I heard?
Yep.
Something like that.
Yep.
Dark. Nice that they changed the clocks for you.
Yes.
So why don't you, let me know a little bit about what you've been doing. I saw on your website, it's a vague mention of about 25 years of doing this thing you're doing.
It's probably pushing 30 now. I think I wrote that 5 years ago. So
we need to update these.
You need to update. Well, yeah, when you do your own. I've just been playing in all kinds of bands for a long, long time, and had a bunch of songs that I'd write and set to the side, and finally I had a break from doing other stuff. I was like, hey, why don't I just pick this stuff up and record them and see what happens, and maybe.
So you've most of your tenure has been band.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
And now were they covers or were they originals and songs you were writing?
Mostly
weren't
originals,
fitting?
Yeah. I mean, I was always the lyrics guy, but I had written a bunch of songs. But when you're in a band with, other guitar players and things like that, it just worked easier, whereas it takes me longer to write when I have to write the music too. But there's songs on the album that are probably about 30 years old that have been just kind of sitting around collecting dust, and I figured, well, let's just be a one-off, and maybe I'll play a couple gigs or whatever, and it's kind of...
Yeah, because I saw the title. I was curious about that, because it says Premier Farewell.
Yes.
So, I was wondering, that's an interesting name for an album.
It's hedging your bets. It's, I just figured, if I do it and I don't like it, I'll just go back to doing what I was doing before. And
so this is your first strictly solo?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I got twisted, tangled like a braided chain, tore up the trellis, greased the skids to my refrain. Faith was there to pull away the pain. Didn't need a reason, didn't need you tugging on my arm. Missing incisor only added to her charm. Faith was there to pull the fire along. Old man disappeared in '92. Crumbled down on Front Street, turning left then turning blue. Every place has stories. What's a towny girl to do? Close your eyes and try to barrel through. Night I left you, you're around a hug behind the bar. You slipped a bottle in my pocket, I could finish in the car. Faith won't let me wonder where you are.
So now, Scott, you're. So is this solo? Is this like? Did you flesh it out with second guitars and stuff?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because a lot of the stuff was just guitar, vocals, and you were like the first one I found to fill out a band, and he makes the whole thing, really. Just fleshed everything out, and they went in directions I didn't really expect. Some of the songs, and
That's nice when that happens. When another piece
in a
joins,
good way.
and
You know, they didn't turn into something I did. But I was at the end of recording them, I'd hear what he was doing, and I'm like, you know, I not only didn't think of that, I probably never would have thought of that, and it's perfect. So.
Nice. Have you guys been playing together long in other bands prior to this,
No.
or did you?
No, found him.
Going on 3 years now?
Yes, 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah. Been
Right.
together. About 6 bassists in between, but yeah.
Yeah, we go through bass players like Spinal Tap goes through drums.
Nice. And so, so there is vaguely a band then. I mean, still, even though.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
definitely, definitely. We got a drummer, Steve Phillips, and bass player, what's his name now?
Chris Pogge.
Chris Pogge.
Which one?
I
Nice.
Oh, I should apologize to Chris for that right now, but
I'm sure you will.
I will. I'll have to.
All right, so about 3 years you two have been playing together.
Yeah.
And then the bass situation's been evolving, and the drums have been fairly constant, or?
Yes, yes. Steve's the dependable, solid.
The clock.
He's the clock, so can't get rid of the clock. He's awesome.
Nice. Now, when we were talking prior to this, I know you offhanded just kind of mentioned the left coast. Did you live out there, or was that just you?
No,
we were talking about public access of the 90s and stuff. I think you mentioned like San Diego, or?
Oh, I went to Vegas it would be about a month ago once this airs, but it was interesting. I love going places where there's like these vibrant music scenes, and there's a vibrant everything scene in Vegas, but I love the idea of working musicians, like really cool to me. You know, it's just, I'm seeing how hard people work.
Man, yes.
And at all those places with those communities, those musicians work so hard, and sometimes people appreciate it, sometimes they don't. But
And at some point, it seems that at least financially anyway, it seems to have been devalued along the line, which is really kind of, you know, it annoys the heck out of me. I don't play professionally out, you know, but do play and have many friends who do, and yeah, it seems that 10, 15, 20 years ago, you could make a living doing it. It's a bit harder now.
Yeah.
In just a local band type of a thing.
And I think people don't understand that. I don't want to. They say you sound cutthroat when you say it, but you can actually be paid for this.
Yeah.
It's okay, and it doesn't compromise you as an artist or anything.
Right.
People can give you money if they like you.
Yeah, but I guess my point is it seems the amount that they want to give seems to have degraded over the last couple decades, making it a little harder. But
people like the idea of music.
Yeah.
The actual physical practice of it.
Floated up from Jack Bay, tobacco fields and brittle hay, but late at night, the dark and clay come squeezing through the seams. I'm still drinking in my dream. Every night I think I'm clear, fading nighttime drives me near, drags that I disappear. Like the dust dancing across the beams, I'm still drinking in my dream. now that it's day. No, it's never far away. I'm still packing down that clay. Implements and acapella scenes. I'm still drinking in my dream.
Maybe we could just touch a little bit on writing, because everybody, I guess, comes at it a little different. How do you go with it? Do you have like a chord progression first, or do you have an idea that you try to get to?
It's mostly lyrics first, and it used to be that I'd just get it done as fast as possible, and then spend the rest of my life editing. But now that I try and write the music too, it's slowed the whole process down so that I can really think about the words, because I can't quite figure out what the chord progression is going to be, and things don't match, and this, that, and the other thing. So, and I write a lot more stories now, and stream of consciousness stuff doesn't work. Like guys like Warren Zevon, who I always bring up. You know, he was a great storyteller, and he'd write these character studies, and that's always been fascinating. And you can't really do those if you're just dashing something off in 5 minutes. So I try and take.
Do you ever listen to the Hold Steady?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, storytelling. I mean, I love that stuff.
That's my jam.
So now, are they based on people that you know, or are these?
God, I hope not. You know, eavesdropping is an artist's best friend.
Okay.
If you can sit in a room and just kind of listen to
Catch
people,
some drama at the next table.
yeah, you catch like a phrase here or a phrase there, and then you can create this whole world around it.
Very cool. And then you throw it out and see what happens when another guitar meshes. And
I try not to talk about it too much until I bring it to them, because I find the more you talk about something, the less you actually do it or finish it. So I know it frustrates them sometimes that it's like, keep saying you have songs, like, but
bust
they
them
get
out.
there, bust them out. I just try and make sure I'm done before I present it. So, and then they do their magic, and they make them 100 times better than they were when I thought of them. So,
Very nice. So now, are you lifelong Connecticut resident then?
oh yeah, I'm a lifer.
Okay. How about you, Scott?
Yep.
Because usually, sometimes when we have individual artists, we play something called From the Hip, where I ask a lot of oddball questions like that. Well, they're not odd, but that kind of thing that doesn't always come up.
Well, living in Connecticut's pretty odd.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. But I don't know. It's the only place I've ever lived too.
Yeah,
so you're a lifelong Connecticuter too?
Yeah, I like to get out.
Nutmegger, what do we call it?
I like to get out.
I like to get out and see the other sides of the country, though, for the same reasons, to see what musicians do in other places too.
And there's those alluring names, the Austins, the Nashvilles, the places like that the scene is probably more than you could even imagine.
It's very humbling going to places like that. First time I went to New Orleans and heard a street musician, it's just like, I'm going to pack it up.
Dude shreds me, and he's on the
doing
street
it for
corner.
$20 for 6 hours. And he's just, his fingers are bleeding.
What's the line that guys who live in Nashville is like, the guy bagging my groceries is a better guitar player than I am?
Yeah. Actually, we had Jeff Blaney on a couple of months back, who just came back from Nashville, and that's what he was saying. He goes, 'cause he's a guitarist.
Yep.
And he's, your waiter's a better guitarist than you. I mean, I think his landlord had just won the John Lennon Songwriting Award. Or it's like, really? So now so up north, is there, I don't get up that way very often. Is there, if I was to look for music up by your way, is there a spot I should be knocking on the door?
Stop by the house. Really. No, I mean,
just jam in the basement.
you kind of have to make your own scene, and that's everywhere. It's clique's a bad word, but I mean, there's communities isolated here and there, and I think we've just ended up having to kind of hop between them, like just find a place here, find a place there, you know, be loyal to places that are, you know, interested in good music. I mean, for a while we were playing in Massachusetts more than we were Connecticut, just because there was places to play up there. Yeah.
People that want to hear original music.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a problem sometimes. You know, people want to know. You know, they want to hear what they know. I mean, you know, you can't fault them either.
Yeah.
But I mean, I love hearing new music. I mean, that's the only reason the show exists. So, I mean, I get it, and lots of people get it. But finding those, it's not as easy. Do you ever pony them out at like at an open mic? Is there?
Not lately.
No, we did a couple like collective shows like up in Northampton, Massachusetts too. And that was a lot better crowd because then you get 5 original bands playing, and the people that are coming, they know they're coming to hear
Right.
stuff they've never heard before.
Right.
And that's a big difference than going to
And
a bar.
Northampton's got a funky vibe already.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
they've got colleges and they've got, you know.
And the other bands stick around,
Yeah,
which I always thought was amazing because I've played places where you're playing with these other bands, and
They're
the first
done and they're
bands,
gone.
and yeah, they're, you know, their wheels are spinning and they're down the road. But I mean, all the bands stick around. They like won't stay out in the patio and smoke. They come in and watch you, and yeah, there was more of a community up there, but it takes years. I mean,
Yeah.
Northampton's had a scene for 30, 40 years, so there's a tradition there. It just takes a while to build it.
Woke up in Paris out the window. St. Valentine's Day. Got a lover I'm mistaken for my shadow. Follows me down to find my way. Jesus has a house on every corner. Blazes prison bells for beasts. Jenny told me Jesus really loves me. Of the two of us, she's loving me the least. It's hard. You can't lose what you never had. It's hard. Me and Jandy went so mad. Rain is washing out the evening. Some old sickness in the sky. There's not enough, drown everything in the apple of my eye. It's hard. It's not your fault that I'm always sad. It's hard. Me and Jandy went so bad. It's getting harder. walking streets apart together, till I nearly lost my mind. I got lost in Amsterdam, left that little girl behind. It's hard. Drugs didn't last forever, we've been had. It's hard. Me and Jandy went so mad. It's hard. You can't lose what you never had. Time. Me and Jandy went so bad.
Thank you, folks, for watching once again. Remember, the local music scene is your scene. People are out there playing for you. You are the local in the local music scene, so go out and visit it once in a while. And we will see you next month. Thanks.